Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door or Door Shutter coming back to you with a brand new episode of FTB Skies. Today is episode 15, and we are not getting into Fluix automation. Off camera, I tried several methods. None of them worked to my satisfaction. So, we're going to get into refined storage. And then later, down the line, we'll get into automating it either with refined storage or applied energistics. We'll just make a subsystem. Nothing too complicated with that. And then we can just pump all the outputs into a drawer. I think we'll be using like formation planes, energy acceptors. Nothing too complicated. It's going to be easy to do in the future. I just want to get refined storage up and going. So, I've got tons of Fluix crystals. If you don't know how to make a Fluix crystal, there is a JEI recipe here. It is charged Certus quartz, redstone dust, nether quartz, and you'll get 2 Fluix crystals. And I just did that down there with a vacuum later with a filter. And let's get into this. So we need a controller, which means we need some cables. So let's actually grab a decent chunk of cables here. All right, so 20, that'll work for right now. Machine casing, okay. Controller, fantastic. And then we can look at refined and look at disk. Okay, what's up with this? Oh, disk manipulators, just different colored ones. Okay. And we need another machine casing. Looks like we need an advanced processor. Okay, so I completely forgot about these with refined storage. But these are... Ooh. You are going to make me do this, huh? Make me do that. I was not expecting that. So it looks like we need to automate a little bit more things. So quickly, I'm going to go make 5 smelting factories. They just advanced variation. Do this whole system. And we're going to do that for Certus quartz, dust, and get silicone. Because I will need it. And yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so that is silicone automated. That is just basically a recreation of this first system. Nothing different at all, really. I have this set to 15,000, but I do need to get a drawer upgrade here so we can actually get to that amount. And I don't think I have one sitting around. Let me go check real quick. Okay, so I've just thrown one upgrade in here, which means that we now have the ability to store a decent chunk, and I probably could keep a diamond upgrade in each one of these, so like in case of overflow. You know what? Let's do that. I think what I can do is I can just write. I thought there was like a way. Because I did it the other day, but I guess it's not a thing. Maybe it was another mod. Honestly, I've been messing with so many different packs. It's kind of hard to keep things straight. But that should allow for us to have kind of like a buffer. How many is this set for? 15,000? Why do you have glowstone in you? Oh, no. Right there, probably. So this is something that I did not catch on this first machine. We need to have 5 filters, okay? And we need to set them to Certus quartz dust. And the easiest way to do that, of course, is separate 5 basic filters, right click, do that, make sure it's on the one you want, and then do this, because this was a mistake, apparently. And I didn't catch it. I fixed this on the other one, by the way. Like, I did this intentionally on the other one. But apparently I didn't do it on this one. But, no big problem. We'll just fix it real quick. Okay. And let's clear the glowstone. Let me go upstairs. Quest complete. Did not know there was a glowstone quest. I've also updated the pack since last time, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. And also, the Bottle of Holding mod was removed, and we've got gadgets against grind now. There is a patch note that says that don't worry about if you have a time in a bottle in your inventory. It is going to be replaced with this temporal pouch and keep all your time. So that is something that is fantastic to know. All right, let's quickly clear that one. Quickly clear this one. And let's quickly deposit. Yeah, I don't I don't know when this happened, but I guess I really wasn't paying attention that much. But that's all right. Things happen sometimes, and we just gotta fix it. And we fixed it. All right. So now we should be good on all of this. Now the next thing we need to do is get a silicone processing thing. So silicone. So we need to get a inscriber. So this is a piece of silicone and a piece of paper. And I should have a piece of paper somewhere around here. I've been messing around with so many things. Also, I am keeping everything like in a bag, basically, because at the end of the day, we should have refined storage by the end of this episode. So I'm hoping. Okay, so here is the inscriber silicone press. The next thing we need to get is an inscriber itself, which isn't too complicated. We're just going to need some wood. I probably have wood on me, like actual wooden planks. Okay, I do. We can grab some cobblestone. All right, so 2 pistons. I was looking. We do have an advanced inscriber, which is if you're going AE2, that is one of the best things you can get early, is the advanced inscriber. It allows for more upgrades in it, and it also allows for multiple stacks. Like everything can have a stack, which is fantastic. So maybe we'll get that in the future if we use enough silicone, which most likely we will. But I also don't really know where I want to put this. I'm going to temporarily here, and it has to be temporary because I'm probably going to make a full production line of this sooner or later, because if we use a whole bunch of silicone, especially the silicone press piece, this thing, printed silicone, then we'll need that. But I'm not seeing power cables. I know I have some. Yeah, they're right there. Okay, so what I think I want to do is do what I did right here. Yeah, these things are empty, so let me just knock these out. Okay, and for right now, we're going to grab a stack of this. Throw the inscriber silicone press. So see how you can only put one item in here? With the advanced inscriber, you can actually do multiple. So I might actually want to quickly grab that. But we need engineering, so we need to get into AE2 a little bit. A little bit more than what I want. But that's okay. So let's go for paper and a diamond. So diamond, and then I should have paper on me. Alright, so here's that inscriber engineer press. Okay, so we've got the printed silicone. Let's take this out, put this in, do this. Kind of speed that up a little bit. Put this in here. Okay, and then we'll clear the inscriber after this one's done. So grab that, throw this in here, throw that in there, throw that in there. And let's quickly just smack this again with the temporal pouch. So this, and this. It needs to be printed engineering circuit, printed silicone, redstone. You need to shift click them in kind of that order. I don't think it needs to be specifically in the like engineering or whatever's in the top slot, but it is, you know, kind of sensitive where you put when you put the redstone in. Okay, so let's quickly grab this. And I probably will grab like 5 of these at the end of the day, just so that way we can actually get a decent chunk of automation with those going, so we don't have to auto-craft them. And I totally could do that, by the way. Like, this is 100% unnecessary, like, doing all of the automation beforehand. I could totally auto-craft a lot of this stuff, like, on demand, but having it on hand is just a whole nother level. Like, being able to just say, hey, I've already got it. Okay. You know, it's so much better. So much better. And I love every second of it. Okay. So, advanced inscriber. So, what we should be able to do, and I'm going to actually set this one right here for a second, is we can throw in the silicone press here. Grab a couple stacks of this. Drop this in here, and it'll just work. But you can see there's a whole bunch of acceleration cards. Actually, 5 acceleration cards that you can actually put in here. And those aren't that expensive. You do need to get a calculation processor, but it's not that bad. So if we wanted to, and I mean, this is already faster than the other one, right? It is faster than the default inscriber. But then on top of that, you can increase the speed 5 times. I don't even know if it's 5 times, but up to 5 acceleration upgrades, however many those improve. How much they actually scale the actual speed, I have no idea. But this is definitely faster. So what I could do is I could kind of mimic a setup like this one, right? Where it has the shut off here. We could have that mimicked here with 5 and then a drawer. And then just never have to worry about silicone inscribing at all. So that'll be something we'll do in the future. So for right now, I'm wondering how much we need this stuff. Because I guess we'll need kind of 4 stacks. A stack of raw advanced processors, raw basic processors, raw improved processors. So we want 3 stacks. Because there's not a 4th tier at all, right? So I'm going to grab 3 stacks of printed silicone. And then we'll craft up... I'll craft all these up. And then these are actually just smelted to make the actual processor piece. So let me do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. So here's a disk drive. And I don't know... Let me check here real quick. Digital. Okay, so it kind of just ends right there. Alright. That's kind of interesting. There's no other tidbits about refined storage. So I guess if you're new to refined storage, this is not the place to learn it, apparently. But anyway, so first things first, let's get some 1K storage parts. So it looks like we're going to need some redstone. Looks like we're going to need some silicone. Let's fly over here. I've went ahead and I've actually made a silicone press line as well. I'm making a whole bunch of lines over here. But yeah, so we've got silicone presses. This should be shutting off here in a short while. Actually, it doesn't look like it's going to. Hopefully that's not using power, but let's grab some of this bad boy. And we will then craft up... I want one more set. What do I need to make one more set? More glass? Alright, so right there, 32. And then we're going to convert these into 4K. And then those into 16K, which this might not be a good amount. Yeah, it looks like I should make one more of these to make, or actually 4 more of these to make 3 of these to make 1 more of those. But for right now, I'm not really concerned about it. So I'll make a 64K, and then I think we'll stop at the 64K, and we'll make a storage disk here. And then I'll quickly go ahead and make these whenever we are off camera. But I think right now we should be good. So let's grab a flux point. Okay. And I guess we also should grab a refined storage grid of some sort. So we've got the normal grid. Alright, so first things first, we need a construction core, a deconstruction core, and then we'll need another machine casing. The machine casing then becomes a grid. This grid then can become a crafting grid. So let's do that real quick. Do I have... Man, I have so much junk. Junk for days, eh? But it actually doesn't look like I have any wood on me. So let's quickly fly over here. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've kind of not been paying attention to the house, but I have finished the house. I don't know. It's interesting looking. I mean, I like it personally, but I don't know what you guys will think of it. But we're going to go put the refined storage system in there, so I guess we'll take a little peek at the house whenever we go that direction. So crafting grid. I hope this is the right thing. So yeah, I've just done some blackstone bricks and some polished blackstone to kind of break it up. And I like it. I've also put some elevators in here. We've got 3 levels. The refined storage stuff is going to go in here for right now. Mostly like the disk drive and everything. This will all be kind of like where our central operations are for crafting and everything. But then downstairs we'll have, you know, grids and things and our machines and all of that jazz. Okay, so let's ooh, I don't want to punch a hole into the floor. Not right now, at least. Okay, and we'll do disk drive. We'll throw in a 64K storage unit, or storage disk, not unit. And we can start tossing stuff in here. But of course, we can only store 64,000 items. And I probably have way, way more than that. So we do got to be careful. Oops, wrong thing. Okay, and we can just start shift clicking everything in here. All right. One of the things I want to empty is this. And one of the ways to do that is grabbing an export bus. Let's actually quickly also click this to, where is it at? This one, JEI synchronized two-way. And I guess that's the biggest size we can do is this stretch. There we go. All right, so refined storage bus, import bus. I don't remember if the import bus is the right one, but we're going to give it a shot and see here. Okay. And we want to import. Oop, no, not that. Okay, so this is the right one, which is fantastic. We can also grab some stack upgrades. I might not have enough stuff for this, actually, but if we had enough stuff, this would definitely be a good thing to grab. I need more sugar. I don't even have sugar. Okay, so I've made a stack upgrade and 2 speed upgrades, and now we're pulling everything out of this quite quickly. So I'm going to take all of the chests and everything we own, basically, besides the drawers. We'll get to those in a second. And kind of get that into the system. That is kind of where we're going with this, because we do need to kind of, consolidate everything so we can have access to it in that system. And I think for this, we're going to grab a controller, and we can link each individual drawer to that one controller. And then we'll storage bus that, but we'll probably put that on the downside of this, probably like right down here somewhere. And then this one, of course, is one simple. Just probably place a network interface or something here, and then storage bus. We're going to have access to basically everything, right? That's why I've done such a large drawer system and why I've connected all of those drawers down here to this central drawer controller, so we have access to that. Then I want to have access to this. But the problem is, I don't know if that's a good idea. Because remember, pedestals have no way of being toggled, I think. I'm pretty sure they have no way of being toggled on or off. We're also going to have to do that one. To toggle them off, huh? Is there a way to do such a thing? I should have had a lever in my bag. I did not. Can we make a lever? No. Okay, so you can toggle these with a redstone signal. Which means, in theory, I could do inventory checkers on every single one of these, which would then prevent them from ever overflowing. And all of that would consist of is probably putting like a netherite upgrade in there, so in case we do throw thousands and thousands of blocks in here, it has a significant amount of storage and can go over the quantity we want to keep. That is a future project. I probably won't do that currently, because that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 inventory checkers, all set to different items and different quantities, because most likely I'm not going to want the same amount of granite as I am cobblestone or sand. And honestly, I really don't need dust. I don't need dust. I really don't need netherrack that much anymore. I mean, probably more netherrack than I would dust, just because netherrack can be used for nether bricks and stuff. Blackstone, don't really need it. So there's some things that I kind of just don't need. So maybe I can slap a void upgrade and a lever on them for now. But yeah, I guess we will be right back in a second. I'm going to work on getting some more storage drawers or storage discs and getting some chests over into the base. Alrighty, so we're going to make a network receiver. We're actually going to make a couple of these. And we're going to make some network transmitters, which I want the just default colored one. Okay, so they're just right next to each other. 2 of these. And we're actually going to get rid of all this quartz enriched iron. And also, we need a storage bus. Pretty sure it's what it's called, right? Nope, it is called external storage. That is what that is called in this mod, which is refined storage, not applied energistics. Gotta switch my brain to the refined storage. It has been a minute since I've used refined storage, that is for sure. So we've got a couple of those, couple transmitters. I think the transmitters are something else we need to set down here, but networking card. I did forget about these. I need 2 of these. And I'm pretty sure the transmitters... can I place a block here? I can. That'll work. Just set those there for right now. Okay. And then we're going to go set these around the base. So, for example, the first one we could probably just set real quick right back here. So we'll just do this. Right-click with the network card. External storage. Okay. Priority, we'll just set that to it's a little bit higher. Okay. And then our second one, we want to come over here. Do this. Do this. Make sure we have the blank network card. Shift right click. Go back to the base. And we'll drop in 1, 2. And that should give us access to iron, right? Everything we have in those drawers is now accessible to this. Fantastic. Okay. Of course, cobblestone's not going to be here. Diorite, all of that stuff, not going to be in here. But we have access to our basic resources. And I also quickly forgot to do one more thing. So I have made a drawer, and I don't know if I even showed this in the last episode, for netherite ingots. It's actually right here. And let's lock that, do this, so that'll link there. And this is basically, it's going to cause the same issue, I'm pretty sure, where it's going to keep trying to transfer. But I think we should be fine for right now, because we won't really use netherite ingots that much. Let's see. So we'll also need to grab a disk manipulator, I think is what it's called in this. Disk manipulator. This thing right here. So we need a destruction core, construction core, and we'll get into crafting most likely next episode. Just auto crafting everything, because that is going to make everything so much easier. But we can take this, we can take this disk, we can throw it in here, and there should be items popping out of this into the drawers. So let's do that. Okay. You can see there's quite a bit of items that should have been stored. And I probably should put one on the mob drops as well. So I'll probably grab another one real quick. Okay. But we're at 15,000. So a whole bunch of stuff just got pushed into drawers, which is great. I'm going to grab another networking transmitter, receiver, card. Put that transmitter up here for right now. And I think we're going to wrap up the episode here. It's a little bit of a shorter one, but we are done, with the setup to refined storage. We're actually in refined storage, which means that we will be getting into a lot more shenanigans and a lot less cluttered inventories. Of course, I'm going to try and fill up a little bit of this, maybe halfway or fully, between this episode and next. And that way we have plenty of storage. I'm going to set up the pedestal stuff, inventory checkers, all of that stuff, because we do need to get that going so I don't overflow the systems. And thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.